Right, abusia mama na wasina me mu akwaba famra Ashanti Media so be like video yi na wa share dia mo bi fufuro na ono so anya bi etumi ahwe. Ene kratasihye ne proye ne kankan a akoso wo Ghana COCOBOD enam so ma ne esusunsanso no Ghana ekuafo na eba betie no akofa nsem bebre e de aba a ene obi ade na no atomu kan biem. Na former deputy minister for agric Honorable Yao Frimpong Ado dodo na friend Ogunde MP for Manso Edubia constituency. We review secret bebra editie pa na ejise ojebre na ultimate we kaya in previous government no dia COCOBOD share Ministry of Food and Agriculture na NDC eba abamu omo aba be yi e de afri ho e de akọ finance ministry na eba ne sen na Ministry of Agric edaso ewo ho na ene ya move COCOBOD a eno nso so no hwe dwumadie ni ade na ehye efudie ene ekuaye ase na ya move dia Ministry of Finance. Minister akansem bebre enye ono nko ada nimdifo bebre nso so de omanu atu nsemu a omayi secret bi apie die nti a ene Ghana COCOBOD esofa billions of dollars debt ama ene no kuafo ehu na akiri omo a ha adwiye pa ye begibre yakwa kotie nsem ne bi
with the price ewo ho no ye de na ye fight for nyane ne say at the end of the day no government will make sure say sika eda ho no mo a say di tu akuafo no ye saka no ne ekoko na akwa di mu na ye su answer for the past 3 months ye saka that was what we're advocating for and I'm no ka say sisia no sa sika na ye aba ye de ba betu akuafo ka na numu na ye santi ni say ya san so reduce the price of cocoa am no ka say cocoa no price na ye reduce amanaba na no na ma ye de yetu anamo because the fear no nsem ne intention na raise within the various farming communities no na ya de a say yanko na yanko explain ni ma na say den dey no yansan so akwanko tie kuafo no adwen kire na say de omo so ehunu sa price we no ma na de ebia ne ma fofo na beba but ehunu viral videos ni me bia ene na ma social media nkofo ai de etwitwa omkoko bi enimu say ye koko a ye twa ne sisi ana say asemi ba ne twa ya na say old videos a omu show a but the essence of say ka kire nuanom ne say don't share any old videos ye twa koko because misinformation we yes aban ebechew na nkofo nso mu twa koko na gu nso ebe de ye bechew nti ye de sisi ana with the new price na aba no ye betimi aka nyina ne say the media have to hold on now because now no, we are also engaging our farmers to know their views on how the price is stable said it here. You be pay mu sisi e friend is saying e central region asafo agona asafo cocoa cooperative no. Your mo kan ne say omo do ma so mu say aban ai de ati cocoa no so ai den e di ama om. Sa aban ati so de omo ni hwe omo de omo beka e bi say de kan dwa na ye die. Say na losses aba na e beti so a omo ti so na price na cost so a omo expect say aban be den e betu om cocoa no ma de etima mo mama na cost pa into we central region asafo cocoa cooperative omo no asem omo kan e be say akwa western region any other place attention na the raise one ma say akwa kochi omo so de omo person omo ka because ye hu ni say ebinum person omo stage demonstration because say price na den etimi ate from why the aba femokra nti ama bebre na lose interest in the kaka omo nyina no they need to be engaged said ye nya sa ne mani na wi ansa na Monday Tuesday no yanka say be press conference na their farmers na ka any the obi ate ase na dey da ba betu dwa mo bi ate ase yi
central region no wo na kasa no wo ti asem na se yi no e di asem na wo ka de kire o
yo de make a check afo nyina ne say one ye nyina ye nya adwebreo ebi say de di kan no ye dwa na ye nyina ye den ye die ebi say ya ndan dwe say the price will get to this extent and na the etimi aba because fight na ye fight ya na ye need e nyina ne say ye behwe say de be ya car na e wo ho no ma na say koku ekoko di COCOBOD wa e mae no ye betimi tu anamon bi no mo saka and ye etimi tu anamon no so na sisi am no ka say etimi aba a friend is saying farmers no ensa ba be kom sika but omo de ebo ba hukum no ma mienu and as say am no ka say omo science why dey reduce o ma na so latest price year 2026 2027 a friend is saying betimi esi what I say changes betimi aba dim kakra changes there beba na so be famu sa but for now no dey yentimi ma bonte e make say e say and say A or A and say B because at the end no for o man Ghana does ye ba and then we have a different and split groups and then different fan based organizations across the country inti eje nyina dwen training nyina bomu na efe dey ya ba bonten e the final decision I then e dey about but for now no dey e catch obi aso obi aka na komanto ne yem wutwa kokogbo a e criminal e be che watu mu be kwa afiase into obi enjai ni koko a why na dwen so betwa egu ndeka ka no koko no state crop aban dia aban koko into obi ahwe no wantwa ni koko angu ebi se no ba ni betimi aye price ya bai yetimi ka kire opani se ona se o man pani se price de bia ye bo nto eyem onfa bi nka oman a ebi obetimi bia ka ho aman into bia ka no se obi anya abotre na ehwe kwan ebe fa so a isika no ebe den ye benya bia ka ho na enjai se COCOBOD. The same thing so the person may catch a manual from both the FPP and the NDC should stay away from with the cocoa farmers. Our issue. We don't want you people to politicize our affairs, our business because at the end they know the politics be buy every cocoa and then I'm a cocoa na de ayabasa. I'm a afford the one because the person we don't lose interest. Ye jai politics I cocoa ya. Me just say no bet me aboa. Ama cocoa na de tima for ntuma point from a cocoa for a de tima de ye. India and say you told the whole country the 72 cocoa district no ajeji cocoa for bi adwene ehunu de wom na fide wi a ye de yensama ye de aba betudwa.
I see nana catch you are cocoa farmer utu akuafofo say obi aka na komanto ye catch you yahuru bida e wo Ghana bakosem buda say cocoa ebi a ayi amanse dwaso no na pacho ontre ho kakra ma wadaroma yes bia amanse dwaso no abafom na ebafom na aban say because of say amanse dwaso no abafom ni ntino wontimi mokasa ntino ahase de no ye tete so no ti se de ne asidi ebi asisa apen
yo e pede say ye di kan no ye di kan kalenda me gidi say Friday etwa mu yi ye ko share honorable atofo e pede say CEO of COCOBOD e ma manage ase say ye na ye kua no say price no ekosoro a omo make sure say omo betuma ma na kosoro with the 70% no pepe mo ka to mo de farm gate price mo ka so on be mine say pepe say ba mu a omo ma no nye den enye ne say don person mo ye ne pepe science share na ye no important as kan the san ko round.
No, Nana Tieme, the question I'm asking is that sir at some way a biasida say amanse dwaso abafom na ahade no so yekase yeteso abafom te say the finance minister explaining e de eche no say cocoa mimi yekuani metobi cocoa abetono aban tono e bia 2 Ghana cedis and aban say wo tono 1 Ghana cedi be pese me hunu say sa de ne e biasi pen.
Well, it's new to me for now. What I say now, baby, I'm on a little bit noisy. You say we are on a tour. I have show. Be BT. I can't hear you well.
Hello, Nana.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, so when you new to you, me boy?
Yeah, new to us all because for me, it is new to me. And nothing I say for now, the embassy memma Ashafo show when you go quick for man get ignatia and say for now no we are taking a decisions from the various farmer groups and then the farmers themselves because one as I say you know bia na adwenkyere ye ya na yakani na bombako and as a leader and as a farmer general for this organization to come out boldly to say this is the your boy pro say go share Ghana kwafo ina say ena hihye ne koyeye say ena yeka nti for now dem gidi say sakaba ma me time ama Monday and as a Tuesday aso a ho ena betima pense nsem no mu ye ama obi ade ate ase ye pa.
So how many days na body yes at all we say how many days?
Yeah, they are funny saying 3 days ena day ye shall see ene.
So the akuafo no ka no how do we know ye na ete enchen na ye nkoto no bi no e bede na yahuri se e bia de akuafo no ka omani je ho anase yi omani enye ho ye na ete enchen ye bede na yahunu report am de be kwa koma o man pani because we have seen some videos some of the akuafo no bi ka se omo de omo na omo pa ne se aban betu omo ka they don't care about say abafom anase emafom ebi susu super chese enya asem ketu a ekeka some center left and right eni enyan. So the question I may say say momoto na amoko no ye be den ye hu say report na amode come am panyin no e say about 70% of Ghanaians are obani nyi de price na buy no ho ana say about 80% of Ghanaians the omunuma say bia o ye de atua ka we are okay. How do we know it? Say the obode come am panyin ye genuine.
Yo, a friend saying the is based on evidence. There's videos and pictures on it. The farmers themselves are speaking. If you want to you engage, if there's a media house around, we engage the media house for them also to be part of the activities. In Jebe, we know my any news. I'm a corona person, almost a marty, the apostle. In Jenya, dear, your coffee, your focus, and then no Mocasa, a petty madia, human day, ye, emo Macasa, a common feelings. COCOBOD reka say share kokwa piafo na obi amra no bia nche na adwen e wo bebi asisi ampempen so ye du hu enam the new price aba no bia ba bonta wa be kan de o kan tie hwe ni nyina ko benkromu enya one decision so okay fine ye kwae no say ni enya say de e ba e friend say agona e friend say swedro aye asafofo e ka say they say a price omode aba no omode omuso mbada ba so hwe say price no kwosra obetuma mom the 70% e ye fair price pepepe into we ni niam bia ya ye yaka nyina no e wo video a ye wo evidence e betime prove dia chrom enye kofuko bia ye ni mom e kofuko a omo ye registered the friend say cooperative omo hono omo no maka sa asem we it is pepepe na ye de call rounds e de church e nya ni na wi a na fe de report na den a publish e de ababon che de bia mo mampani so mampani nyema say na konso kokwa akuafo o man Ghana say anya bia no koko na utum na utum de na so sanka wo ye ni say yanka betimi aboa nti we adwentra ye so ye de quality ideas in nyema ye de ye put it together say de be ye betimi aboa na wantwi ene matumaka ene politics a ye play within no ade etu otimi atwa.
Dara Jasuma Mrs. Thank you very much. I'm why busy pa, but I have some speakers on the line, so I would have wished that you stay and listen to some of them, so that we come back to you now. There will be a deduct and our final submission. Eddie Amaya, thank you very much. And now, bad dear Boati Bosi, national president, the concerned cocoa farmers, or no a farmer general, on Wakasa and a so that is that on the line. I have Honorable Yao from Port Ado, aka Ogunde, is a member of parliament at the people of Mansour Edubia, and the former deputy agric minister on the line. Said thank you very much. Said what Johnny and now catch what is really the problem? Problem ne pa any say pa.
Maybe
Go ahead, sir.
good. Maybe I'm wanting to meet me in the video. I make us when you Asana be way that was a day the super. When you are Okasa, I wonder or you can representative for power. Because honestly speaking, me tia na kakra me ho adwiri me kakra o. Ti de ono de akoso ni nyina no on follow ana se de de so ka se yenyi politics in Fimu. But cocoa politics has been with us from Goggisbeck time. Nanoma breast. It's another them can tell me and say, and to me Fimuda. Let me know on Tiasiene. Say cocoa politics, and to me see cocoa in Semuta. Meka Manati. Because Andre ya when in politics are Kofodi cocoa a into catch me say any politics in Fimua a non-starter. Number two, me I know say I also have 3 cocoa farms. And I have been adversely affected so seriously. As I'm making, enya Busrimuka, Frobia or Maso Dubia say, Ogunde ni cocoa for no ever. No bako wuni penepi, no bako uyam penica. So, and I me wabako so yankwasi. Me wo cocoa for 3. Now, me tisika, me say I buy my own pesticides, insecticides, and fertilizers. And I mean labor costs. Everything I buy me give baby. You take cocoa we are now see abanga befa. What name you signing social contract? So me a guaranteed price. That the difference between any other countries, no, you're not guaranteed price. Anything a friend said guaranteed price. Some producer price is guaranteed because of the arrangement. Yeah, that cocoa. yeah dia no se cocoa no so ti say ya what is him assembly who be say no question want me answer no be also ye cocoa adwuma pa say dia o ka so ye cocoa adwuma no I wish to meet him one on one we cocoa adwuma pa untimi hu say sa dia we bin si da na e bin si da o minim baby and cocoa fo no na nka meko ho no mo
respectfully, when I ask him, say, Sadi will say, ABS, that do we have a precedent? Was say, are you new to him? Means that ABS, that please.
I wouldn't answer or answer. Do you know why?
It is because not network, no, on teaming Kanye Papa Tuber, no, or call offer, no, a chiana so kakra. Honorable, please, let's stay in that. Let's stay in that.
Matiziga, granted. What I say, okay, my withdrawal. But there may person emphasis I may this and say, sir, again we say me many fear and I'm over 60 years. A bit maintain home peninsula muda. So and especially mid-year, midstream. Yes, producer price now. The only time I open to me new committee ne Asia not my dream say when the new season is coming, because that time why your preparations, one forward sales are obey, when him schedule until you can determine how much you can give the cocoa farmer as the producer price. So, over to me, I determine Sadio Munina. It is a Unya Sadia Mayina, we are. Hello,
Honorable.
So Unya Sadia Mayina, now I announce it. Who announce here? The only time that you want to do something about it, say, win for biaba now beka say oh we kakra to so ma kokokwafo na say reduction pa there e bin see da eti wo betwen ai cocoa season so start media friends say August na in time pass na cocoa season start October but because of financing arrangement there the enti area no ba ye wo matwa ba August eti adene kwa ben if it start time ya kosi July ending no light crop season ziga cocoa ya beti no start time nyina mu ha because nsuo nto na cocoa na nya nsuo eti bo say wo de kosi apade so akakra bi na unya eti cocoa de yenya around this time no kwa nya ahibia eti enra announcement na oye no media me akuafo am no modi nkomo nyina de maka chom ni say ombre no me clarify say de o mato o ma akuafo no receipt no e kana na asa nka no eno ye ade a media twen ho no mo ba me ko wa yi no so wo se e de na asi asem kase pa na asi asem kase pa na asi wo se ade a bi ma da na ya e ba ye se asem kase so asem kase pa na atu kokokuafo wonim de ntia make kasa hwe November December ana aye peak period of the cocoa season afie bia sa time no ye yankora sa time no pe na ye janum omutimi eto entare ma ye hye some of us ani ye hye atare once a year no me ma the background cocoa kwafoma once a year na na ye to ye nya atare foforo hye because that is the only period ebe kodi bronya bre no na papa no ne cocoa no makodo ase machi abe hatama kuko na wakwa oda akoma koko krachi ni sakeska na wakwa kumasi anase hefa na wakoto tare na oda abremu ni ani achi that is the only time I was tare na sa afie twa mu for the first time in my life sa period ni nyina koko kwani bia enye sika ana omudi awreho sa anti ase fine wo de yanum so entwen ope na se time no aso se obe and se obe ka se etina kwa monko na monko di musika o time na so se se otwen a obe ka se afa na mo ya arrangement order to COCOBOD there arrangement se omunye no muntu amuka na de sika na bi o no man kai COCOBOD na ba ka kire so omunye no muntu ayeka medika kaye ziga maka se mo isa se koko no se koni ni duawie na wote anya ni dia biom ti se de farmer na no kasa na wo ka no Ghana government because COCOBOD 100% government owned. And he said, also, I did say cocoa now. It is a government there. It is a government kodija nasa sabio a kabemwa. Other than me do I know now they can never see me. Now government no want me for can I say 2 options now a home government. So either say be pesi ko ye free be say big push ani nyama bebre ya godi aboa ye pa ma ye nyesika kese pa na se ye nyesa sika no na koko mo koye na se e ka ba ho a adenti na munyi sika ni bi na mo ha metwa koko akwafo ka se de ba e be sustain industry no na
you are deputy minister, former deputy minister, the previous administration, and you were deeply involved in cocoa management and all this stuff in South Sudan. That's fine.
Yes.
Now, according to Ora Randiabe, the mess that your government caused in the previous government, and on our resorts, for example, they are saying that Mukokra jute sack, $140 million. Basically. Ababe stack war a year and on a brabu here do sack and financial. But somebody want to have a cut. That is the reason why when you spend those Randy,
I'm say Randy, Aziga, me pouchewa. You see, so papa e wujao e japadia e kane e nyina so ka hu. Ana adia politics enye omukra ne se obeba na complaining kwa because ye de tumi ni nyina ma say manage adia no na say wo dwelling on e ka ho no ma papa na e ba ho no cocoa rehabilitated cocoa farms na ho na ubetu ye ne de and they say cocoa nsiwa sade kwa na wo mu and they oba beti na wo de and they won kan so access oh open oh say sir asem we say o ma kaka ma pass executives no I explain ya na asem we ade fufuru ya ba ya o mu hu ba bi emfa no e no ma sa kofa we ya ba minister ta me kwani there I don't have time for that kind of thing. Oh say 2016 2017 se o mo hu sa problem bi ana o mu etimi talk cocoa etia cocoa kwafo kana the most important thing is say cocoa kwafo no hia omusika enti whether obeto obeto dey that is not the reason tia wo ti wo se tia ne say Ghana for can say ekwafo we omu amomodi enti omu nkotrase na mumma me ne ye na we say no me I am metis asem na me sre how has that got any connection with current your friends marketing of cocoa where cocoa ni ton no any I don't know what happened at the cocoa marketing company. E go for can say bebre but me no I no kra na me hwe COCOBOD more responsibility pa ne say mo betua cocoa kuafo ka no matter what because Ghana cocoa kwani bia experience sade we say bida and if you tell me say a year a can papa boy ntimi entia o ka anya twa fi okra because you are not fit for purpose.
Say a kana mobotu gu on a genuine say establish say yes maboka dia gu on Kesben I me wo my adwuma Kesben me kwada nyina okay now Mr. Kesse the adwuma shemensa ena me ye adwuma no I have to pay staff me staff me de kase private business ena me pesa me de kasam keke ena me chese I have to pay my staff ena it's the sika me ni betua me staff ka no ena me de akokra equipment bi a ye wo bi dada a ehu hia e de aba beguo bi sika na de akokra sa equipment bi aba beguo ama ehu hia ma sesei honorable mama no sika kra ama sesei no esese betua me staff ka me nya sika mfantu o muka ena sesei mimi ni hobio na another manager aba oba no say equipment na etodugu ono say sika no ye wo say equipment bi wo hodada eni kwasenka ye koto say equipment no eti say sika no e wo ho ake betimi de atua me staff ne ka say we have dia be picture of it at the time
ana make say on timi adwuma na wo njaye I mean sasem kra okay kra because unim bibi na say new government ba and now it is answering now the place I obetimi resolve side na ye himfa e court I don't think monfa whoever was managing the place monfa in court now Esa we ye adwuma no want to me no afa de ko fa saa nyama we na ba let them take these people to court na ye hwe say the oka no say e wo mu na say nim me ntimi fama no enka saa asem we yo what there said ya opani ba ko e ba to say no okokota 8 years ne ba ye no na the government buy no say asem no kra onye interested biem asem a arania yes e tell na mo so mo put them on court na Ghana for na a court due process no dey move follow na Ghana for na ehun say oh Sadio ni say net but you cannot sit somewhere and just speculate say we say intimi nja cocoa foka she on there on say na o kan on jai kakra I'm telling you on jai kakra because forward sales at the time the price was good. Yeah, the only kind of cocoa for to Chachana. Just say cocoa can now one hour. I saw explaining all casasem no. Forward sales na yanya no. Zigay. Forward sales na Ghana COCOBOD yanya na yantimia yanya benefit of so high price be now 2025 no. I know they are going baby ayewi. And yes, and number 2. Share the overvalued CD. If I tell you, say, Sanka CD no na who de pa natural who de pa no. It's about 14-13 CD. So when you say the way you, it's like then COCOBOD to Nikoto 300,000 metric tons per of cocoa. I'm telling you the difference between 10 CDs and 14 CDs. No, Anka cocoa can be in home Muntiminchanica. Economy now, you see, ya say a man come for you one semi no. So nim the air for exporters are. Who sell economy bia. You encourage import and exports. Because again I be my export who manufacture they ha and sell export who export to not because of why prime cost near high no with the copper here we are there we not to for and be na atu ye no the overvalued CD and then the way they bastardize forces anything woman to me anya and then I say Randy okay no jai sa baby odin nam no kra no na e ka de o papa wuja wa o fa japade ne eho e ka nyina wo ho bia onja kra na kogogwafo nya ne ye pati o
me ko ona Randy Brobene lawyer Edward Kawari ho Dr. Edward Kawari CC but catch you as a deputy minister former deputy minister S2 Kufado's administration tama mututu kokom no baby and free about the cost 3,000 people are saying that it was more exaggerative too much because one you wanted to woo the farmers to vote for you, that is what, and two you also weighing that in case New Patriotic Party lose election then it will be a problem, a mountain for this government to finance and said that a problem but said ye ka ho asem ye
Ziga say you cry there, wo standard and this can repeat it side the crowd. I'm telling you, Ziga. And this can repeat it side the crowd because Obia, Obeka Sassen Obia, now we are so ignorant. Cocoa can be or gosso. Or find the phone or produce a friend say world market price per ton of cocoa or what saying. Now we say yesterday, yes, sir. I mean, sir, Zigam Pachopa, Sadino, wo experience I want.
And confirm some more commentaries, and I have read a lot of commentaries, so I'm relaying that commentary. I want your parents answer. I want to be clear so that next time, I'm saying that 3,000 now, but the coin wasn't that so exaggerating.
No, it make grandpa no. Na me make say, I can say nkede kakra kwaka ho.
I see.
Because now forecast ni nyina say, ayine air cost. So, because now you determine it was around 2,900, 3,000 dollars. Oh, now for again air jump within a short time. Now again, I could do faster than yano. Mumma for the so be kaya. Yeah, 3,000 no first. Asana, I don't know a friend saying. Foreign differentials be better money. No, escape to me be cracker who go for no.
Okay.
Obi Obeka Sassen, the audience that period no. Uncle share the world market price of cocoa. Yeah. Now they multiply. Your friends CD dollar, Now what the about per ton, now we divided by 16. You will
All
get amount now you can.
Honorable Mr. Baby Awobiano, I say we're very, very important. Jina Sumami, don't go yet, please. Monitor program now, because you have to take a bite. People want to react to what we said. So be with me. Don't go yet. Be with me. And I know, say you there, you listen to me sometimes. So you be with me. Don't go yet. Let me go to Dr. Edward Kawari. Is a former General Secretary of the Gawi. So say this problem, the problem has already established. Everybody is talking about it. So tell us. Some people are attributing this problem to the chief executive. Some are also saying that it's the mess that the previous government caused. Tell us, you being the former general secretary for GAU, you know the in and out of this cocoa issue. Where is the problem coming from?
Contribute to this important discussion.
Yeah.
In fact, cocoa is and Ghana is cocoa.
Yeah.
And let me state upfront that almost every Ghanaian has benefited from cocoa in one way or the other. For some of us, cocoa money has been used to build schools, has been used to support us in one way or the other. So cocoa, when something is happening to cocoa, then we must all be worried about it. I just want to say that for of the lifespan of COCOBOD and then cocoa production in this country, I think that Ghana has not done enough. We have not managed our cocoa industry very well. So it will just be unfair for anybody to think that the crisis that we have today is a matter of today. No, it is not. It is an accumulation.
Can you repeat that again? Can you repeat that again? Is a matter of what?
I'm saying that it is unfair to think that the current crisis in the cocoa industry is caused by events of today. It is an accumulation of our mismanagement.
I see.
Of the cocoa industry that has brought us this far.
I see.
And that must be put on record. We may want our current leaders, and for that matter, the management of COCOBOD, to address the crisis. And indeed, they must be at the forefront of all of us to address the crisis. That it will be totally unfair to blame the current management for what is happening today. Some of the factors I'm giving my friend, the farmer, and then the honorable former deputy minister. We are very good friends, and sometimes I've not seen him. I don't know where he is. He's also a cocoa farmer. We have all have come to agree, and you yourself, when you were giving the background, that the cocoa industry has suffered serious incursions, destruction so far. Even the BBC, as you did mention, have attributed the decline in cocoa production to galamsey. So certainly it will be unfair to hold a manager today who has no control or who was not even there when galamsey was causing a havoc to cocoa production, who has no control over galamsey operations, to say that it is he who has not been able to manage well. It will also be unfair to hold someone accountable who has just come to office just for 1 year. Because we are just in February 2025 that the person came into office. He cannot, even if he is a magician, you cannot overturn the fortunes of COCOBOD within 1 year. We just need to be fair to each other. It is the case that farmers have legitimate concern. Even their current producer price, what they take, it's not enough for them. And when they say it's not enough for you, it is that you have so many, areas of expenditure that the money you are taking from your profession is not enough for you. So it is not only farmers or cocoa farmers who have not got enough from their sweat. Even if you ask workers anywhere, they will tell you that the income they receive is not enough to meet the cost of living that we are facing. So the demand of the cocoa farmers is legitimate. All of us would have wished that more is given to the cocoa farmers. But sometimes it is better to face realities than to close your eyes to the realities. When you give the graft, every government has been, in the past, up to date, has been increasing the cocoa producer price. There has never been an instance where a government has come and reduced the price of cocoa, because every government has interest in ensuring that cocoa farmers, like any other Ghanaian, wherever you find yourself, is better. That is why they have not been reducing it. But today, we've all seen that what government pays to the cocoa farmer is more than what, when they send the cocoa to the international market, what they get from there. For how long can you sustain a subsidy over this? So I think that we are in a crisis, and when we are in a crisis, whatever form it is, the stakeholders within that particular area of operation must come together and must sacrifice, because in order to resolve those crises, you cannot continue to have what you have to be able to solve that crisis. So you need to come together, make a contribution, and that contribution will be a sacrifice. So farmers sacrifice to ensure that cocoa industry, where current farmers are making an income from, and their fathers and grandfathers had made income from, and future children of ours will come and make income from, does not lose that future. Now, you see, why would someone think? You see, sometimes we just they say that, look, let's put the politics aside. But some are saying that we should not put politics aside. If you don't put politics aside, we know politics is rooted. We have cocoa politics. But the cocoa politics should be the type of politics that will lead us to finding solutions, that will lead us to improving upon the production of cocoa in this country, that will lead us to making cocoa industry an example, or to replicate the model that we have had for cocoa for all these years in other areas of our production. This is what we should be looking at. Look, even today, please, I'm not hearing you.
I'm saying that when people say that we shouldn't politicize cocoa issues and all that, the chief executive officer of COCOBOD is a political appointment. So why don't we have to politicize the cocoa issues?
Every person who is working in government sector is appointed by the president, either to the chief director or somebody else, or directly. Can we say that all those people are politically appointed? But what I am trying to say is that someone must have the responsibility to appoint. And that is a constitutional and legal matter, because it confers the power and authority on one person to appoint. What I'm trying to say is that, why do you think us today, even government officials today, some of them are cocoa farmers? Just like my good friend the former deputy minister, when he was in office, he was a cocoa farmer whilst he was in office. He has not started cocoa farming today after he has left office. So I am saying that, and I will not at all have blamed him that he did not want the welfare of cocoa farmers, because he himself was a cocoa farmer when he was in office. Even his brothers and others were cocoa farmers. So I'm saying government officials today who are having the responsibility of managing the cocoa industry and the economy, some of them are cocoa farmers. So they are also losing their relatives, their parents, their brothers, their everything. Some of them are also cocoa farmers. So I am saying that we need to appreciate that none of the past government officials was interested in bringing down cocoa. Just as today, none of the current government officials or public officials will be interested in bringing down cocoa today. Let me make this point clear, that when you talk about forward sales, and let me say that COCOBOD, as a stance, if it were a private company, it would have filed for what? Bankruptcy. And it would have been liquidated by now. But because it is a state institution, it is surviving. Why do we think that when you are in government, you don't want the welfare of the people? So I am saying that we should look at the discourse in a manner that at the end of the day, we will come out of this crisis. When prices of cocoa go up in the international market, government will pay more to cocoa farmers again. But we are in crisis, and if we don't put our heads together to resolve this crisis in a manner that will make the cocoa industry stronger, this may be a very bad time or instance where it can lead to destroy the cocoa industry going into the future.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, lawyer Kawara. So, lawyers, please hold on for me. Hold on for me, please. I'm sorry for cutting you. Sorry because of the time factor. Hold on for me. Let me go to Randy Brobe is a research associate about Imani Ghana. So, Randy, you listen to all the speakers now. You listen to Ura Atoforsen. Na explanation how did you so what they hair this hair cutter and the cocoa na reduce by it turn na reduce by 100 million, which is 10,000, and a bag na reduce by 1,000 Ghana cedis. No, when you listen to him, when not an explanation, a convincing enough say a self care for the YouTube, and now say it wasn't order you to you.
Michelle on the tea for you and the Asher phone. And my boss in think we are from Pong, the chief farmer, and Mr. Ogunde. In fact, Madame Fobi, what I wanted in Pan on Indian a few months so it be, honorable. I still like it. Me boni dia here na sama ba. All right. Yes. Well, as I'm about any is the cranium enemy because me am here say we cocoa and me go school and me go university, right? Yeah, they cry the cotton and sana. Yes, can I tell me fees? You know, any is the baby saba na say na asama down and asama da ko. I quite remember say, but as far back as SS and I work. Friends are normal, so or mother cocoa scholarships, right? It's meaning say if you still now even working campus, I can't tell. So yeah, cocoa once a man, yeah, that for my say to uniform. I same young because I want to be brave, right? To send an honorable econ, and no, I've been do Christmas on the thought on tire, the many dinner, the every Me no work say and rana many madam could be in como I or corners and training. Apparently the school fees are by so kutia, but and I'm sacrificing things, names so course or about why not so better. It's say never also call last year, but the school fees say never an so no omuntia. Okay. And all call down to the farmer community now. You understand the implications because a lot of things are happening them down there. Okay. Mebobo nsɛm mmienu anaasɛ mmiɛnsa bi so already nankasa no your panel no ɔmo aka bebree and I'll pick from where some of them ended, right? Cocoa crisis now. For me, I've come of the view that the way successive governments handle crisis, it's not good. The reason why I make a sound is say Emma omo aye omo to omo hwesi was some person investing in the economy at the end of the day when there is a nationwide crisis the other ones who tend to suffer. Let's look at what happened with the bonds, right? 3 years or 2 years ago. At the end of the day, it was omo feel say no, they've gained their money. Omo person invest in Ghana, omo na ekoba ase no omo etie. Share cocoa crisis way so right from November coming. Your farmers are no matter what, no matter near galamsey for a day and Taisi almost say, oh, your mom say, some of them have actually kept their ground, knowing say this is what they do, and having that kind of environmental implication, knowing say a bit me the sanctions and so on. They've stood their ground to still cultivate their crops. And Korea saying about APC crisis in the marketing of cocoa, it comes back to them, you understand, and not to those at the top. Internet Korea by a ban say at any time the crisis the ordinary person when I say will be on watching what is or person or they or investor or Ghana economy and Banasana, it's like you're not protecting livelihoods because that is what government should do in the first place. You put the people's life ahead of almost everything, right? Because yes, Anna, you further push people into poverty. And we exist just to make sure say we uproot poverty. And any kind say like no Emma Nkofo Eko on Musa. Okay. The second thing I want to touch on is how the income for decent living has reduced. Imani analysis we recently on the cocoa sector, and just last year, almost increased the cocoa prices. One of our independent research analysis published we be say sweet prices, but better livelihoods. Okay. And cocoa prices and across the publication was titled Sweet Prices. And I was just wondering, and then about from how are we going to title that piece? Is it like better prices now? Right. And even with the sweet prices, this was analysis that we did. Yeah, share who said almost 35% of cocoa farmers cultivate below 2 acres. And the others close to 5 acres, 2 hectares. Below 2 acres, Emma or less than 1 hectare. Okay. And what share hectare biana approximately the average number of 500 kg of cocoa. Okay. 500 kg of cocoa, no. Let's say share or more, above 2 hectares, no, and analysis. That is more cultivate more than 5 acres or 5 acres and above. Okay. So that means that more yield within the year is around like 1,000 kg. 1,000 kg in old to me, old strike average now, it gives you like $15 a year. Right. So as at last year, I am almost 3,705 cities now for $15. Okay. Now say they buy daily wages and I said yeah, nyomunya ewo kuku enya daily na around 148 cities. Okay. 148 cities. Yes, 148 cities no. Input and buy maintenance on your day. And by that is just the revenue coming from the sale of the cocoa, right? And always Nangasano, the farmers were stressed, they were not getting money from their produce. And that was we using the the forex rate of 25 cedis to a dollar. Okay, so and then this year I call 2,587 cedis. Okay, that means that calculations now. On the average now, AP and the cocoa farm there a day no will be 160. We can calculate the percentage decline. Okay, and you know, say with this kind of changes now, we are pushing the cocoa farmers further into poverty, right? And we have not. What are they throughout the crisis? What have we done to cushion the cocoa farmer? That is the question. Okay. So apparently we've done nothing. Just that for the sake of economic stability, we are trying to make sure that our marketing is quite good and all of that. Okay. Then you share the cocoa politics. What can say any politics in cocoa? Honestly speaking, a bad thing. Men can say any, but a bad thing. Because if you look at what when the campaign trail, what the NDC was saying now, say cocoa na yatumuno, the government can do well to our sister. Okay. Emma Akufo-Addo cry call State of the Nation address. Echo can once them say or person or say and truly, I don't know what has happened, but we all know. Okay. Into the politics out there, any Jumasa. And one is say our politicians will be measured and know say there are certain things that are beyond our control. You don't control world market prices. So certainly, when you are using world market prices for your politics, you should be very careful about it. Because when you stand on the electoral platform and then you promise farmers that when you come, you are going to do well for them, knowing very well that this is not tomatoes that you produce and then you come and sell in the local markets. Okay. Last one, I'm going to say cocoa governance. I think it's good to say we are sending a new COCOBOD bill to Parliament, right? I'm just hoping say the outcome will be quite better. But then, seriously speaking, COCOBOD ain't here downside. They are too big. And it's not even related to cocoa. And you know, we have to look at that. Now, you're just pushing from windfall prices. Okay. So we have to have a governance structure in a way, say, a COSRA, it makes me SCB, ADB, extension services near there. A buffer one, then near for the previous Wabrana price now also. We use that as a buffer. Ama equafono anko you can say, and we hear mu. Osha Europe ni EU. For example, just recently there was a Mercato deal. Europeans, some person almost far Brazil, some produce near the bed by Europe. The farmers were protesting because the farmers in Europe are the ones going to suffer at the end of the day, right? And you know, in everything that we do, we should make sure that we cushion the farmer who is down there from we the farmer.
Okay, Raddy, let me give you 30 seconds on this. Tell us who. People are calling for the removal of the chief executive officer of COCOBOD. You share per analysis, deep research analysis, and our do you think that the chief executive is a problem, or is that there's a big problem at the COCOBOD which is bigger than the chief executive?
Now, what work does the chief executive do? I mean, it's not like or acting based on the practices. And you say or to one or that's sorry, I know I call. And their base. No, they have a governance framework that they are working with. Okay. And so if you have a well laid down governance framework, that is what you follow. It's not like any linear singular decision at the whole of COCOBOD. It doesn't even work like that. Okay. So it is a governance framework that we are supposed to look at. And when they go into meetings and all of that, what kind of agreement do they reach? Okay, we should have some kind of mechanisms that can solicit for some independent opinions near there into making sure that decisions that COCOBOD are making is the right decisions for the cocoa marketing board for Ghana and then for the farmers as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Randy Brobe is a research associate in Imani Africa. Thank you very much, Randy Jaswam. Let me go to Nana Obadie Boatin Bonsu. national president for Concerned Cocoa Farmers Association. And I'm told that your reaction. But let me give you 4 minutes on this fire reaction. If you have anything, any other thing to say. And I said, dear Uti first speakers, if you have a reaction, just 4 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
I said, yes, but then I chance say, you can cocoa Ghana, Obia, Kananwatum, Obia, Ada, blind, Obia, even Parliament, they are not even talking about it. It is only with the concerned farmers. And yes, we are preventing people from destroying the cocoa tree in this country.
Yeah.
Today, say a price number. Whether we like it or not, there's a price. Your mandate as an organization is to go to the farmers, to talk to them, to get their views on the price number. Because the architect said, if you just say, person basa baba, and to be baby, and send fata. And no thing am I around say, and yes, I've been in this game, I'm going to go, I'm a cocoa farmer. And I came out of this organization a long time ago. The Minister of Agri. It is with the concerned farmer that saved the cocoa in on their time. And then it's during the MPP time, there will be no single cocoa tree in Ghana. We save it because I'm saying, say a friend is a cocoa. Abraham Edu say who is the current national best cocoa farmer. Now, Jubilee House gave it a concession for the whole cocoa to be destroyed. It is with the concerned farmer that we intervene to make sure that cocoa near the entrance. In this all come, we are very careful, not changing it because one, we are not doing politics and we are telling each and everyone say that to stay away from with the cocoa farmers because one, tell me, you try a cocoa who say, yeah, who politician be a what judge them who say, or the husband and mayor, you cocoa the but price bar, then we see politicians talking about this, making politics about this. We, the concerned farmers, care a lot about the cocoa farmers in this country. The welfare and then the cocoa tree. If you know, we are not state-sponsored organization. We sell broom to facilitate our programs each and every day. Of course, they say I'm not going to say, in our central region, we are still on our tower. You are getting to other regions. Views in the into the end, say, politics, who caused it? When the mass can buy it, can say, whoever that create that mess, we the concerned farmers will never ever forgive that person. That person will pay for it. And then it's up there. There will be no one single cocoa beans in this country. Whether they should put it or not, there will be no one single cocoa tree in this country. We will call for accountability, whoever that caused this mess now. Because yes, Emma politicians, scratch your back, you scratch your back.
Nana Wadamo, Oka Mesa. Okay.
$10 million, they come more. They be the cocoa for the agro. I what does anybody talk and be a farmer? It can be a politician, it can be a farmer, but they know. The person catch on Mamuchas and they say, we are the grassroots farmers, we are real farmers on the ground. We know what is happening for the farmers. It is only a can be here. And Mamuchian could say, yeah, politics. We don't.
Hello, Nana. Wadamo now will come mess be once a mammy misao. Mess now can a bini day, abandon than a mess now more costly and a bini day, Wadama. Every mess be a COCOBOD. A cabia babedao, whoever that is the cost of it, you have to pay for it. And then we are giving a strong warning to the government. Say, accountability is very important. And then you scratch my back, I scratch your back system. No, never ever. Because one, your Ghana, young people, I use my own money to mobilize to stop these boys from cutting down the cocoa trees. I brought a government, all my commitment supporting these young people. And so the TNN said $20 million was allocated for smallholder farmers. Minister of Agri, discounting now, send them money now, we'll deal with it. But they said, so Ministry of Agri, Nane, 20 million, okay. Ministry of Agri, previous government and I say current government.
Yeah, let me finally say. Me say, whether this government or the past government, $20 million was allocated a mofa. I'm not talking about government. I'm talking about institution.
Okay.
It's institution institution.
Okay.
Because political.
Okay. Na you better say what that every need to patch up. You better say. Now you be sure all the best to say. Ma culture mutu nyame beto super perfect dia guso na mode report na bre president na ya move on as a country. Nana, thank you very much. Nana Obadie Boati Bosu, national president ma concerned cocoa farmers association. Let me go to Honorable Ogunda. I'm told that he's still on the line. Honorable, let me give you 3 minutes for the reaction. If you have any other thing to say, then I'll ask you a question for 1 minute. Now you call.
Right, me that's nanane me Dr. Karen na me domasi. I wish Dr. Karen ka obeka the friends food crop glatter aba because of the price you can say over bloated seedinity ama ya ha no mo efumunu ade no ne boaye de ma importers ayefu nti e de beguma se kwafo nyina de omu se gum tira we sen ko beka ho asem because when na represent omu pa no ja koko man ya koko adwuma no ene number 1. Number 2, nana ma follow nana pa o and nana is purely political. I me say o ka say me anya political nana minim nana pa me some minister of agric pa na say minim na dey say me ko ye den. But you see, the M4 no choke. Nanka pese obisa omu say crisis na ba no say no matter kwa chire no na anka ayibia ni fie odi once na odi ahwe de ba fie no na odi once na ba fie masa me say sasem we ebi nsi ye nyina establish say ebi is Ghana. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Na me ka say, sir, ade we nyina ja to say ebi nsi da. But as a result of bad strategy in marketing, na a government policy say ye forward sales. And no na kofa sa dia brand. Na denti na ye akroni ni da ho na ye nyanchen sa. Anka okwani de ono koko naba it umuka production na say na etu koko agu na there we don't care about that. They can want to sustain the industry no se cocoa farmers no echo atiti mu sisi say there you do mu fam ya the industry will collapse. Now the China abanisa because you are taking very prudent marketing policy or strategy. Nanka ya anya forward sales because your opposition no you bastardizing forward sales ama enti e ba say ba be yanwan ko bi so mu krompo a no mo say forward sales nkra edent na mo ye ne sa because a commodity and commodity anything can happen to any commodity at any time. Say a consumer preference so mo ka say omunya information because say obi aye research say the youth no mu di cocoa that's omuntimi nwa I'm telling you cocoa industry negu. It is a uba forward sale no afi kokwa ye tinna no ye di tiaka wo uja uto no this year next year na be supply mu enti wunya good price 2025 no next year ka uto forward sales and a one ton wo dey to chacha wo pay higher price and no need problem ba me
arabo ye call tab na so that me so patch me just 30 seconds I think the momo time no now the COCOBOD was under the Ministry of Agric, and this time around, right. President Mahama and a year for the COCOBOD, the question Ministry of Finance. Could that also be the problem?
When I know another yipa and also this answer so yaba. Over the years, no, now you ne Cote d'Ivoire for Minister of Agric, Minister of Agric, and living income differentials. Who's any Cote d'Ivoire for your arrangement? Your price differentials, no, it will not even motivate anybody to smuggle cocoa outside. You could have transferred it to the finance ministry, but you see, at forcing convince the president to say cocoa sika bemuno say eba ne ho. You make you obi onim bia our government obeka no kro bia no baby sika obi at forcing atwini nyina aba Minister of Finance. Enti omu yes I know they came to change the whole you say cocoa finance ministry but who share cocoa adwuma na from wokodo to wokopesili said dia oben nature na to wotia woko hata no every about 90% no e Greek I don't think na what the share a finance minister because of the marketing. Marketing is a short AB.
I will get you for 30 minutes on this. As you, as a former deputy, a great minister, I will get you 30 minutes on this so that you will me expand the conversation. We see changes now. And say it's one of the factors. Thank you very much, Honorable. Yeah, from Paul Ado Ogunde is a member of Parliament and Manswa Dubia and a former deputy, a great minister. Let me go to a lawyer, Edward Kawero. So, Lord, let me give you 4 minutes on this now. Farap up, mommy. What else can you tell us?
Well, let me just try to clarify this point about that COCOBOD is changed and put on the Ministry of Finance. I am not aware of that, but I am aware that COCOBOD used to be under Ministry of Trade. And then in 2017, there was amendment of the COCOBOD Law Act that then put it under the Ministry of Agriculture. So from 2025 to date, I am not aware of the act being amended to put COCOBOD under Ministry of Finance. However, even with the previous government and now, because of the strategic importance of COCOBOD and the fact that it trades in foreign exchange, and we know what the revenues from cocoa exports can do to the economy. And they used in the past, they used to use cocoa syndicated loan to stabilize the city. And so because of that, the role of the Minister of Finance became very eminent. So whichever be the case, but then you can see that even though we took COCOBOD and put it on the Minister of Agriculture, it did not lead to, increase in the cocoa production. That is what we need to be looking at. Increase cocoa production.
The problem, yeah.
The major problem, increase cocoa production. And then also increase the processing of cocoa beans within the country. And that, if we do, we will solve the problem of the continuous decline in cocoa production, and then we also increase revenue availability in the country. Because we are at the mercy of the international market we only produce the beans, and if they don't buy the beans, we have no use for them. And because we were also doing the forward sales, it was difficult to also increase processing in the country because the beans that you produce was already sold. So if you increase processing in the country, you will not even have beans to do what? To process, because your beans have already been sold in advance.
Okay.
So the current model, whereby we have cut away the forward sale, will now make more cocoa beans available within the country, and that will immediately link up with the increased processing, because you now have the raw material that you can process. So that is what I want. But I want to conclude by saying that we are in a crisis. I think that all of us, both the previous government officials, farmers, and people who have got knowledge in the cocoa industry, must come together and look at cocoa as a national product and stop the attempt to blame and to score points here and there. Because at the end of the day, it's our farmers we are talking about. If we are able to pay the farmers more, the better for all of us.
Very much.
If we are able to increase cocoa production, the better for all of us.
Thank you very much,
This
sir.
is what we need to do.
Yeah. Edward Kawari is a lawyer, Esquire, former General Secretary. Gawu, thank you very much. Randy, let me give you just 2 minutes, Pepe Pena. You have to wrap it up.
Yeah, Ziga, that's a good point. For me, I will just make just one simple and a conclusion to all that I am saying. And then I say we should ensure say we will increase our productivity because we share our productivity now, and that means we are supposed to address all the problems that the cocoa sector is facing, right from the top to the bottom. And and especially at the bottom, you can't. We've talked about mechanization for quite a long time, and then in the so elbow cocoa, take cocoa, the answer cocoa, the yes, answer cocoa. As I now say, bo. Na nsị na ayɛ sɛ abobɔ yɛ aba ma ekuafoɔ no ɔmotumi ɛsoa kɔkɔɔ ne nyinaa yɛde gu abɔ yɛ ama ɔmode ba within a day bɛyɛ sɛ na ayɛ sɛ san kɔɔ kɔsoa and if this is a sector that we are benefiting so much, we have to be very serious about it. I mean, kojina pulpit so anaasɛ platforms na yɛkeka na ɛyɛ sɛ yɛbɛka na yɛbɛwiase na we reverse back. We are doing now. I don't know, we are shooting ourselves in the foot eventually. So it's better we get serious.